Griddle. Today we're getting our eat on at Epcot! It's that time of year again. I took a plane, train, and automobile down to the Sunshine State for a little dose of happiness. The International Flower and Garden Festival at Epcot is in full swing until July. So of course, I had to make my annual trip down to Orlando to get my eat on at the happiest place on earth. If you're a plant lover such as myself, then the International Flower and Garden Festival at Epcot is the perfect time to take a trip. Plus, this year is Disney's 50th anniversary, so they are going all out with the decorations and festivities. And after my disastrous last trip to Epcot, I figured it was time for a redo, in style. I once again joined Disney travel agent Carly Keene for a quick trip to our favorite vacation destination. This time we stayed at Disney's All-Star Music Resort and boogied down to country music every night on the way to bed. For one of the budget resorts, it certainly does not feel like one. But with our magic bands at the ready, we were prepared for everything the Mouse Man has to offer.
Okay, everybody got their magic bands?
Magic bands!
All right, let's go.
Let's go! We started our morning with a quick ride on Living with the Land, a floating ride that takes you behind the scenes of Disney's flora and fauna that supply the park with food and flowers. I don't want to spoil too much because it is genuinely a fascinating ride, but you first float through several scenes depicting how farming has developed throughout the centuries before coming to Epcot's modern hydroponics. The food grown here can be found in the actual restaurants throughout Disney's properties. Real research is done at Epcot's facilities, and funnily enough, my husband is also an engineer who occasionally works with Disney's energy engineers with power functionalities. The ride takes you through various greenhouses that showcase everything Disney grows, with plenty of hidden Mickeys to find throughout. I'm a huge lover of plants and gardening, so this was an absolute treat to experience. Afterwards, to work up our hunger, we meandered over to the aquarium after riding the Finding Nemo ride, which shows not only the sea creatures seen in the movie, but a variety of other water-dwelling critters as well. I mean, I could stand and watch the manatees all day. Believe it or not, we did all of this before breakfast. So for our first meal of the day, we stopped at the Sunshine Griddle, where we loaded up on pretty much every option available. The avocado toast had watermelon radishes, marinated tomatoes, and edible flowers on top of mashed avocado on a toasted slice of ciabatta. Then I tried the fried cinnamon roll bites with cream cheese frosting and candied bacon. And Carly had the corned beef brisket hash with a perfectly poached egg on top. I mean, just talk about some yolk pour porn. Of course, I had to try the mysterious pink drink I kept seeing everyone carrying, and it turned out to be a Fruit Loop infused milkshake. And there's no better way to start off your day than with an alcoholic coffee. Joffrey's coffee was definitely a refreshing start to our morning. To build our appetite back up, we decided to explore the flower sculptures found throughout the park, before we found ourselves in front of the citrus blossom, where we knew we had to stop for another bite to eat. For a lighter fare, I went with the tuna tataki bowl with spicy yuzu, sweet mango, and avocado, and was topped with a papadam crisp. And for my drink, of course, I tried the classic orange wine slushie, which hit the spot on a hot Florida morning. Carly popped to a different stand that I can't quite remember the name of to grab this brisket and mashed potato dish. It was so good. If someone recognizes this dish and knows where she could have grabbed it from, let me know down in the comments because I would really love to recreate this brisket. Since our bellies were now pretty full, we decided to park hop and take a quick bus ride over to Animal Kingdom for a safari ride. Safari rides are always a fun way to cool off, and if you're lucky like we were, you'll get to see a variety of African animals. Take the safari ride early afternoon before the animals start taking naps for the best ride. Another tip is to try to time the safari for right after a heavy rain when it's cooled off a bit. But if you can't make it to the safari, if it does start raining, run to go see the otters. The rain is their favorite time. And they are just so freaking cute to watch. And if you just need a few moments of peace, located right near the otters is a spot I like to call the ASMR Forest, for obvious reasons. After a ride on the Flight of Passage, we headed back to Epcot for our dinner and evening activities. At the Farmer's Feast, we got to try the early spring menu with this award-winning goat cheese creamsicle pop, the char-grilled bison ribeye with a port wine goat cheese butter sauce on top was absolutely phenomenal. The only dish that I didn't love on our entire trip was this chilled leek soup, which in theory was tasty, but should have been served in a much, much smaller bowl because it was just way too much liquid to consume. Then to end the night, I grabbed a cheesy stuffed arepa in Mexico so I could live out my Encanto dreams to the fullest. Carly grabbed a bruschetta scone, and then we split this raspberry chocolate cake to wrap up the day in a chocolatey bow. I might be in the minority, but Epcot is definitely one of my favorite Disney parks. And with the ability to eat and drink around the world is an absolute plus in my book. And if you stay around after dark, you'll be treated to the new light show on the Spaceship Earth Geosphere. It's definitely the perfect way to end your day at Epcot. We'll be heading over to Hollywood Studios for my next video, where we will be taking a ride on the Rise of the Resistance. You won't want to miss out. Where should I travel to next? Let me know down in the comments below. If you liked this video, don't forget to flip that sub button and ring the dinner bell for my latest recipes and foodie adventures. And don't forget, if you ever get hungry, you can find recipes and more over at thestarvingchefblog.com. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon.